Okay, introducing Off the Scripture, or Off the Scripture, or maybe not. Off the Scripture is a film being made about some particular music and its philosophy bearing subsequent relative film adjacent within the spectrums and perceptions manifested.
Really?
or not really. It's not that simple. Or maybe it is. Who's to judge? Okay. But it is a philosophical musical documentary about the dual existence we perceive as here and now, and the subsequent relative crap I just mentioned. It's reflecting around the latest 12 original songs written by none other than Joe B. Frogman the Turd. Who? The Joe Frogman the Turd. And featuring, with their own twist of philosophy in each of the 12 songs, is someone different and amazingly talented from around the world somewhere. Overseas. Like the USA, the UK, Australia, New Zealand, Sweden, Swaziland. Where? And there's more to come. In actuality, it's actually about the unseen obvious inside the music and the real shit we deal with out here in reality. Okay. Or non-reality, which is just a thing we can't see normally.
What is normal?
You've all seen those reality programs on the telly?
No.
Well, this is a reality deprogram. Relatively, it's a philosophical comedy because life is funny. Sometimes funny haha, or sometimes, gee, that's funny.
Bullshit.
The purpose is subliminal, so it can't be told because it would render it pointless. Or fuck it, maybe that is the point.
Okay.
I don't know. I was only instructed by the universe to produce this.
Bullshit.
And since the universe knows more than I do,
Apparently.
then blame it, not me, Joe Frogman the Turd. The first chapter in this surreal tale of reality is a very funny story because last year in Swaziland, one day myself and several friends were making a short film.
Action.
A 7-minute comedy sketch taking the piss out of Jesus. Well, no, not really. More so humanity. So as we were around town shooting scenes, the local paper,
Read all about
which
it.
is also the national paper,
Read all about it.
saw us and took some photos and interviewed everyone.
Rockstar.
I thought they'd do a small article on the entertainment page or something. But then, boom, the next day my ass was all over the front page of the Sunday's paper. And page 2 and page 3. It wasn't very credible because on Monday, I get a call from the authorities and told to stop in the name of the law. And then Tuesday, I'm on the front page again. And on Wednesday, it was like, ITC after Frogman. It seems some people had assumed I was some big Hollywood producer making a big budget movie in the kingdom without going through the proper channels. Which was pretty funny considering the truth, but fair enough. But then, funny enough, the next day I was literally tracked down and ambushed by federal detectives in the hood where I stayed in full public view. I was at first harshly patronised by these cops because they thought I was some kind of baddie. Poor humour was my only crime. I agreed to go with them down to the station to sort everything out, where I ended up getting interrogated by the chiefs of the counter-terrorism unit.
What the?
And then taken to the ministries to get grilled and advised on what the protocol was.
In the name of the law.
Not that I even knew there was any protocol, considering I was just making a video with me mates having some fun.
Action.
But it was all cleared up and sorted out officially.
Sweet.
But there must not have been much happening at that time
Swaziland.
because the local paparazzi decided to make a mockery of me. I was getting stalked by them, and every time they interviewed me, they wrote the opposite of what I said. They tried to make me look like some kind of outcast and an alcoholic. To clear my name, I had to go on live television for almost 1 hour and write my side of the story for the paper.
Read all about it.
But crazy enough, by then I'd become a celebrity, positively and negatively. I had crowds of people chanting, Jesus! Jesus! When I walked through town. I had small children cursing me, You are not Jesus! I was getting VIP treatment at Swaziland's bushfire festival. Yeah, boy. I was rubbing shoulders with royalty.
Yeah.
I starred as Jesus in a big budget hip hop video.
The starring role.
And to most of the common folks on the street, it was just a bit of silly fun, but sometimes not. Seriously, you won't believe me, some people actually thought I was like Jesus.
Christ.
Like fucking serious.
Jesus.
I got asked to bless people's food. I got approached by strangers seeking to be blessed. It was freaking me out. Sometimes I'd be arrogantly blanked. Sometimes I would get into complicated debate, actually all the time, about religion and Jesus and humanity and the church and all that bollocks. And as it goes with religion conviction, everyone wanted to prove they were right. By fight, sometimes. So it got pretty hairy, aggressive, and sometimes violent. So, after 9 months of this crazy shit, I told the papers,
We're all about
fuck
it.
this, I'm going back to Australia where I can make a film without being hassled.
Bye-bye.
Which wasn't actually true, but it sounded good. Bollocks. And we all know the papers need bollocks to print every day.
We're all about it.
However, that's exactly what is now happening.
We're all about it.
Now it's not just a 7-minute comedy sketch taking the piss out of Jesus. It's a feature-length film taking the piss out of Jesus. Wait, hang on, that's bullshit. Sure, this movie off the scripture has nothing to do with Jesus or Zeus or even Ronald. It's about music, and it's about philosophy, and it's about documentations. Is that all? It's about what's right and what's left and up and down. Yeah! Is that all? Yes and no. Okay. And it's about this and that. What else? The reality of this apparent situation.